Hey guys, this is Casual, and welcome to round 2 of the Winter Wars 2015 tournament. You could check out my list in the first round if you haven't seen it, and round 2 brings me up on the bottom table against John Warbringer's Orcs and Goblins. He is the leader of Lancaster Wargaming, very close group to us. We always support their events. We were in an escalation league with their club this past year, and a really great group of guys down there in Lancaster. If you're in the area and you're looking for a gaming group, message me, hit me up, and I will put you in touch with John. He's a good club leader, and they have some great games. They have a 40K following down there too. So if you're interested and you're from the area, let me know. Just give me a comment and we'll talk. So round 2, we are on the bottom table, like I said, and we got a little sun coming in, so it's some of the pictures early are going to be a little messed up, but bear with me. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen it before in battle reports. On my left side, I got my horror units arranged as such. My gateway unit taking advantage of the house again. I love putting them in there. Pink cards are kind of tough to get out of houses for some reason. They're 5 up board with the rerolling ones. Yeah, I'll put them in there a lot. Treason unit tucked in behind a soul grinder, and my keeper out here on the left side. He has 2 Doom Divers and a Rock Lava, so I just kind of want to spread my big guys out a little bit. I know he's going to be going after the keeper, but I'm just going to have to absorb those hits. Skull cannons right here, in behind the building, so if he wants to hit that with one of the Doom Divers, it's going to have to be indirectly. In the center, I have my Furies. My idea, we're here with the Furies. I put them down first, just trying to figure out, just give myself enough range each direction to find out where Savage Boys are going, because those are the guys I'm going to have to look into redirecting until I take care of some other things. So just kind of centralize them, have enough flight to take care of either side. Over here on my right side, I put my Seekers, my drones tucked in behind to support wherever I need to support, and my Exalted Flamer with the 3 flamers right there. These here are woods in the center. Got the building, and this is impassable terrain, so we're more a little bit left center for this battle. On his right side, one of his first drops was his chariot here, the Doom Diver, Mangler. He put his war boss on a spider in with a big block of night goblins who have, of course, fanatics. And the center, he has some night goblin bowmen, his shamans in there. It's a little bunker. His BSB's right there, and Rock Lava's tucked in behind. Big block of Savage Orcs. His other level 4 is right there, and his general's on the corner. Another Mangler, another Doom Diver, and another chariot. So yeah, John's list is pretty tough. What I'm looking to do is, obviously I got to get the Savage Orcs to win the game. I'm going to try to take care of his war machines through hopefully Furies and Seekers. We'll see how that works out. I'm hoping I can sweep up the Night Goblins or have them panic off the board for some reason. But yeah, so John doesn't really bring a lot of the war machines that you're typical of seeing of Orcs and Goblins. I'm going into this game. John's a good player and a great guy, but I just have a really good track record against Orcs and Goblins. If you're a subscriber to the channel, you can go back, and I don't know. I have the one up on Orcs and Goblins for some reason. So at the bottom table here, I'm feeling pretty confident. I Vanguard my Seekers up as such. So I get first turn, and the first thing I do is go after the Mangler Squig. I thought, if I can go in, if he rolls low on that Mangler Squig and he pops, and he doesn't pop my unit, I'm going to be right there in front of his Doom Diver, and if he kills off my Seekers, well, I sacrifice 115 points to kill the Mangler. I don't know. I thought it was a good move, and as you see here in the after pictures, it kind of worked. I have 2 guys left that go in against a Doom Diver. That should work. We did it first, and I lost 3 guys, and he was like, "Oh man, I should have released my fanatics." I said, well, let's move them back, see what kind of wounds you do, and see how it works out. Anyway, the fanatics ended up not mattering. They didn't do any wounds, so that's how it worked out. So not bad. I got rid of a Mangler and hopefully a Doom Diver. He doesn't really have anything that can take those guys out right at the moment. So, hopefully that works out in my favor. The rest of my lines push up like this. Bring my Furies up to potentially redirect. I bring my skirmishing Flamers into the woods. I'm going to take shots at his Night Goblins. Try to get Flame Template out there to maybe panic them. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at there. Left side, push up a little bit more tentatively. I'm giving him, a decent charge range here. If he brings that Chariot in, I am T6. He's Strength 5 on the impact hits. Feel pretty good that, if he does take that if I just survive the impact hits, she's just going to drop him down. But I'm keeping good range here. That Mangler is a threat, so I'm being careful where that thing's going to go. And I do take the trees or the gateway unit into the building as planned. So my shooting here, yeah, it takes off a couple of Night Goblins. That's not too bad. And so turn 1, Orcs and Goblins. He surprised me here. This was such a smart move. He charges this war boss on a spider, goblin boss on a spider, into my Flamers. I stand and shoot, don't do anything, and he gets in there. The one beneficial thing I have is that I'll be stubborn in the woods, but his, the guy has a Dawnstone. I'm only Strength 4. I think he has a 1-up armor save, 2-up armor save. So that's going to be tough for me to kill him. And I really have nothing else to counter, so I'm hoping I could stay stuck in there for a little while, being steadfast. But yeah, that was a good move. I just didn't think the Spider Rider was going to come out. I don't know why. But he brings up his Night Goblins pretty aggressively. Not really sure, his thinking there, but he reforms these guys, and he swift reforms to try to shoot at my Seekers to get them out of the front of the Doom Diver. So yeah, there's that charge. Yeah, that's scary. So after combat, he does 2 wounds to my Exalted and 1 wound to my Flamers. Wow, thank God I'm steadfast. So I do stick around there. Turn 2, Demons. Kind of tentative on this side. That Mangler's still a threat, so I push up slowly. And I bring the Furies up to redirect, and you could probably hear my neighbor's dogs barking in the background, which is really annoying. And I position my skull cannon as such that I'm going to try to take some shots at his rock lava. And I charge the Night Goblins. When I realized that the beasts were going to be in the flank, I thought it was a no-brainer. I got lots of stomps, lots of attacks. I'm just going to chew through them pretty quickly. Maybe throw treason on them that they're not going to be able to use that BSB reroll or that beautiful leadership close by. So we'll see how that works out. Over here, yeah, the Seekers do charge Doom Diver, and my Skull Cannon does kill the Rock Lobber, so that's awesome. And yeah, so after combat here, yeah, I take off a lot of Night Goblins. Didn't get treason up, wasn't able to break them, but that should only be like one more round of combat, maybe until they're down, below steadfast, and hopefully I can get them out of there. I did kill his BSB, so that's awesome. Reformed the beast to try to bring in some extra attacks. He did get 1 wound through on my drone, so that's that's pretty cool. Turn 2, he reforms these guys instead of charging the Furies, and I guess he feels the most apparent threat is right here. And in his magic phase, his level 4 miscast gets sucked down and takes half the unit with him. But they do pass their panic. And he brings the Chariot into my Keeper and does 4 wounds to her. Look at the impact hit wounds. I wasn't able to ward save any of them. Oh, man, so brutal. So brutal. So my Keeper's pretty much out of the game with only 1 wound left. I think she does punk that Chariot in that combat, but over here I have him down to 2 guys left. One is a character, and he snake eyes to stick around. Oh Lord, that is brutal. Yeah, it would have been nice to kill him on this turn, and I could reform and face the savages. But now I'm going to have to get a little creative and figure out what I'm going to do here. Yeah, so that's how close the savages are to my flank. Yeah, amazing roll. Over here, he does get my Exalted Flamer, and he's working on the other Flamers, but I am stubborn in the woods, so I stick around. Turn 3, Demons. After combat here in the center, I wasn't able to kill his character. I just didn't. There was not hardly any attacks I could do. So, but he does break. I think he was on leadership 5, and I chase him down with the drones and reform the beast to face the savages. I'm okay with the savages going against the beast. It's going to set up some counter charges. There's nothing else I could do. I can't redirect him in any way because I don't have. I only have leadership 2 on my Furies, and I can't. I'm never going to pass a March test. Over here after combat, sticking around. That's what we like to see. Turn 3, Orcs and Goblins. He does go into the beast. These guys fail animosity and had to charge the nearest unit, so they charge some plague drones, which that is awful for him because if I do kill those, I'm going to win combat there, and I don't have to pursue. So I'm going to reform and reform on his turn and be able to face his savages. I just need the beast to hold up. I'm hoping that they don't pop through some crazy combat res. Over here, my Demoness came back on the board, and I tried to move him as far away from his chariot as possible. I didn't have enough to get out of his charge arc, so that was as far as I can go. He needed 10 to get in, and he makes it. Seems to be a common trend. 10s are easy at this tournament. After combat here, yeah, he faces a Spider Rider to the rear of the beast. After combat, with the savages, the first round's always the toughest because they're at an extra strength. I do lose 1 beast and take a wound on 1, but other than that, sticking around. And I did do some wounds to the Night Goblins. They flee because they're under steadfast, and I restrain and reform to face the savages. So that's working out pretty good there. Yeah, you see the panic. Turn 4 Demons, bring them all in. Bring the Skull Cannon into the side, bring this Soul Grinder into the rear, bring the drones in, and I get Treason up. So if I can sway combat, he's going to be leadership of the savages, which I think is 7, and he doesn't have a BSB reroll anymore, and he wouldn't with Treason anyway. So yeah, all he has to do is fail leadership 7, and we'll see how that works out. So after combat, yeah, he does a couple wounds to me. 3 beasts are still sticking around. I've been taking some shots at his mage and haven't been able to get anything through. Takes 2 wounds on the drones, and he passed his leadership 7, and we stick like that. These Furies end up charging and killing the Doom Diver that was up on that ledge that was taking indirect shots at my Keeper, and she's still sticking around. I run the Furies right off the board. His turn here, he charges the rear of the beast, which I think is a good move. I'll see how that works out. And his Night Goblins didn't rally. They fled off the board to the chariot, who fails his panic test and runs off the board because he runs away from the closest unit. So yeah, Goblins run. After combat here, actually this is the end of the game. He failed his leadership 7 and broke. Chased him down with the plague drones. The beast ended up chasing the Spider Rider down, who was on Snake Eyes. He had to crown a command in this unit. So that's the end of the game. It's a round 2 win for me, a 23-0. It was a fun game. It all came down to a leadership test. It would have been a little closer if all those savages were still alive at the end of the game, but time was up, and that's how it went. I thank John for a great game. We're actually going to be running a nerdhammer.net versus Lancaster Wargaming challenge coming up. I think we're going to do it at the end of January, so you're going to have some battle reports from that. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're taking our 6 guys of our club and 6 against theirs, and just going at it, seeing who the best club is. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. So thanks for watching, guys. Round 2 and round 3 is going to see me in a nerdhammer.net Civil War against Phil's Empire. I think we're going to be on the 1, 2, 3, 4. We're about on the 5th table, so middle of the pack. If some crazy stuff happens at the top end and get a good round 2 or round 3 score, you might be flirting with the top 3. So we're going to have to see how it works out. Come back, guys. Thanks for watching, and come back for the next one.